Hello everyone, this is Direwolf20 and welcome to episode 60 of Direwolf20's server play series on the server with Jaded, Marathi, Mysterious Ages. How you guys doing?
Good.
Everybody's good, I presume. So I did kind of find a solution to my problem from an episode or two back, and we're going to check it out right now. So, you ready to check out my nifty gadget mist?
Okay.
So here's something that drove me nuts. I wanted all the Essentia to be in these bottles, but I had all these crystallized aspects, and I needed to come up with a solution to get them into those bottles. And that's
Is this a crafty turtle?
It is. Dun 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 dun. Stand out of the way, though. See what he's doing? Nope. He uses the wand. How cool is that, huh?
Nice.
So he checks the item count of whatever he pulls from the bottom chest. If it's less than 8, it goes in the top. If it's 8 or more, he crafts 8 of them into an Essentia bottle. He goes and puts it in this wooden pipe. He actually activates a redstone signal and an autarkic gate pulls out 1. And it's timed just right that it'll land right inside this thingy here. And it gets turned into Essentia. And it's pretty accurate. Every now and then, the only downside I was having in the past, and I'm wondering if it happened again. Let's see. Yeah, it's a little derped up right now, I think, because timing is off.
That it drops in before the water's finished bubbling?
I think what happened is the timing is just a little bit off, so hang on a sec, guys. Let me change the timing on this guy. What it was doing, yeah, see the Essentia modus went up there. What it was doing, stupid typo. One sec. What it was doing was I had him dropping it into the crucible, and it was like 50% of the time going in the crucible and 50% of the time landing on the floor. So this pipe construction that I have seems to get it in about 100% of the time, but it looks like it's just a little bit off in terms of his delay because the last time he moved through here, he landed in the place just underneath the pipe, and it landed in his inventory, which threw off the thing. So let me pull this stuff out of here. Let me get you and put everything back in its home. I haven't built error checking or anything intelligent into this guy. Alright, let's try this now. I just need to adjust the sleep timer in something and drop it.
Ah, now I know where I am. I can get out of here.
I'm smacking you in the face with slime.
Whereas I'm
Ew.
smacking you in the face with my pan. Pan face.
Say your pants?
Aha, I'm stinging you
You're
with the
slapping
bee.
each other with slimy pants.
Clearly.
No, pan.
Alright, running
My
it
frying
again.
pan.
It should be pretty stable at this point. So I just added a second to his delay. He was just barely getting there with 6 seconds, and it looked like the last time he ran. It was running fine before, but I think now that the tick rate is improved, it's a little bit. There we go. So that's what he does. And he'll, basically, when he's done with this, he will have converted all the crystallized aspects into Essentia bottles, dumped them in there, and they'll be stored in these jars around the room. And then any number that's, we have less than 8 of that aspect goes back in the gold chest. Is that pretty cool?
Yep.
Yep.
I'm pretty happy with it. I'm going to put my wooden golem back because I'm not going to stand here and watch it do all of them. But the wooden golem is here to make sure that, hey, he, has enough. If any do drop on the ground, he'll pick them up. Alright, this spider, what's up? Also, somebody remind me to tell MDio that his blocks break in 1 tick. With a fist.
Oh boy.
Somebody made exactly the same mistake that I did with the obsidian plates. He hasn't set the hardness. He mocked me for that mistake. Payback time.
Well, I don't know. They are glass. Maybe he intended it to be that way. Oh, did you see this gadget over here too, Mist? I was pretty proud of this thing. Oh, I have it turned off at the main base. Never mind. So it's working. It does seem to be 100% at this point now that I have the Buildcraft pipes here. I put cobblestone there because A, they're really dark and they kind of blend in with the wall, and B, the slowdown from the cobblestone pipes is a little bit of an improvement. It helps to stabilize where the item falls out. But it's pretty darn exact. I haven't seen it fail yet and fall on the ground. It took many, many, many iterations of me getting that correct, by the way.
Oh yeah, right there with you. That little the deposit contraption.
Yeah, depositing something in a crucible is not as easy as it looks.
Unless it is exactly right on the top, at which point you can't throw anything else in because the pipe touches the top.
Right. But this seems to be working perfectly. Like I said, cobblestone pipes were definitely a improvement. And the turtle's automating what I want him to automate, so he's doing exactly what I want him to do. I'm pretty pleased with it.
You know, you could just throw 8 of these crystal things into the crucible directly.
Silence. I'll have none of your logic in this chat.
It would save you having to craft inordinate amounts of the Essentia vials.
Yes, because glass is such a rare resource. Oh no, I've only got 30,000 sand left.
Yep.
Effort.
Cobble, pulverized, sand, smelted, done.
If I even cared about that, I would just auto-craft it and use ME to put it in the turtle. Besides, the little bottles are fun to watch them move around and do things. And, you know what the other trick is having just one item fall into the tank instead of 8, because that would just slow down the process, really. We'd have to wait for 8 items to be pulled out of the turtle and 8 items to land in the tank. Your logic has no place here.
Yep.
You know what else you could do, Mist, is like give me something that I can like turn them into a liquid directly and wouldn't have to go through all this trouble.
Someone else had a mod of that, and Asnor was apparently not happy about it.
Fair enough. Then give me some kind of solution. That
I
makes
think he
Asnor
actually
happy.
gave him the official frowny face of disapproval.
Well, that's the last thing we want. So, yeah. Alright guys, what I'm going to do is get ready to build the add-ons to my power system that I was talking about last episode. I did kind of clean up my basement a little bit, so I'm kind of pleased with how it looks. And it's phantom raining right now, and it's driving me nuts. I want to relog just so it stops raining, But look at my basement. Ooh, purdy. Kind of tidied up a lot of the cabling in here. Not 100% of it. It's not all hidden. But, like, after all, this is like a working basement, so it's kind of expected that you're going to see some stuff running all over the place. I kind of like it, but it's not, like, all over the place in your way. It's kind of like a good way all over the place. That's my excuse for not making it perfect. I hope you guys like it. Did have this wall covered up, so I'm going to cover it back up. Just rearrange things enough so that it was, like, nice and tidy type of deal. There we go. Looking good, right? And we should have a decent amount of this stuff. I wanted to check on my redstone energy cells. The one thing that we're having an issue with right now, obviously, is power generation, like I told you guys. So if I turn on my fuel creation, which I just do with a switch down here, flipping this lever drains all the fuel out of the refineries, and then they can't process anymore, so they turn themselves off and stop draining power. But now we're getting lots of fuel in the tank. We've got 656 some buckets of fuel, which to me seems like a pretty good number. What I'm going to do now is start crafting the stuff I need for the steam turbines and the steam engines and start getting my power flowing. I guess part 2 of power flow. Good times. I will be back in just a few moments. And we're back, guys, ready to double our power output. Soren should probably be pleased because once I do this, I should be able to run his UU factory again. I've had to keep it off for the time being because I was short on power. So I did make everything I need to make. I should probably set down these guys first. In keeping with trying to make things nice and looking, you know, semi-decent. That looks good. Cool. Alright, so the main thing we're going to want to make sure we do here is, do I want to have... Can any amount of steam run through a liquid duct? Is it like completely not care?
I believe it has to do with what the output of the machine is. In other words, I would have to go look it up.
I mean like steam. Like can't liquid duct, because steam is like a gas, liquid duct can hold basically almost an infinite amount, or is that not the case?
I want to say yes, but I don't want to say 100% yes, if that makes sense.
That makes sense.
And then I think so, but I could be wrong.
Basically what I'm trying to figure out right now is if I want to set this up such that I have two separate lines from my steam boilers to my steam engines, like keep them separate or put them together. I'm thinking put them together, but I don't know. I'll figure it out in a second, guys. I'm also wanting to orange these up. Hitboxes are so tricky. Alright, so that'll do that. And then I'm thinking I'll just run these like straight back here. So I should have... no problem connecting this stuff up. Like something like basically straight to here shouldn't be a problem. So that connects that power. And then as for you, Mr. Steam Engine, how do I want to run this? Because the mass fab's kind of in the way. I'm thinking I should move it. Probably. Let's get out the mass fab. See you later, buddy. Get some ME cabling here to connect these two systems back up. What? I don't know why this programmable redneck controller is down here, but I blame Soren. You're full, aren't you? Yes, of course you are. Alright, this shouldn't be a big problem, really. No, no, bad. Alright, let me see if I can figure out a way to do this without losing all this power. I'll be right back, guys. Alright, I think this'll do. Looking pretty good. Just need to apply some paint here. I did move it. I wound up charging my quantum, or my, whatchamacallit, Machine Muse's power suit thingy to full charge, and that was good enough. Cool. That looks pretty good, right? Behind the wall's a mess. I'm not going to lie. Alright, final piece of this puzzle is the steam stuff. So my real question at this point is, do I want the steam all to go down one pipe, or do I want to go down two separates? I'm thinking... kind of thinking it doesn't really matter, because it's going to evenly distribute the steam. So if for some reason like one of them stops working, it shouldn't be that big a deal, because the steam's just going to produce however much energy it's going to produce, regardless of whether it's going into 2 sets or 1. So I think that's fine. Plus it just saves on liquiducts and, you know, extra effort. I just want to remember how many steam connections I need on the bottom of this thing. So there's like 6 down there, so I'll do the same here. So, liquiducts, where are you at? And then the same will be said for you. And that should be a pretty good system. Alright, I haven't connected them obviously just yet. That's on purpose. The only other thing I need is redstone. I guess I can manage this. I have a bunch of levers. In worst case, I can always turn some off if necessary. I need to convince Covert Jaguar to put one of those things on his interfaces so that I can turn on his engines without a redstone signal being present.
What?
I like the thermal expansions engines, such that you can say like no redstone signal equals engine on. So I don't need to have a lever there.
Why don't you just put a redstone block?
Because I don't have that much redstone right now, believe it or not. I'm actually really low on resources because I'm low on power.
Oh. And you won't just tap into mine?
Of course not. I'm creating a second steam boiler.
I think my next troll of dire will be I'm going to go over there and build like 20 steam boilers on his system.
No. How many steam boilers do you have at the moment, by the way, Jaded? Am I going to regret asking that question?
Currently I'm up to 12, I think.
That's a lot of steam boilers.
Let me go count. It's 11 or 12.
That's insanely large amount of steam boilers.
I can make another, like, 70.
Oh, I'm sure you could.
No, right now I have enough charcoal or fuel to run another 6, I believe.
Nice.
I have 11 currently.
Alright, guys. Here goes. Flip the lever. And we're starting to build up fuel inside our steam boiler. And once that thing starts producing steam, I'm going to connect the pipes underground here, which I'll open back up for the time being. And then we'll be really cooking. Alright, I'll wait for this to start to heat up, and then I'll be back. How's this thing doing, by the way? Ooh, 785 buckets of fuel. And 2,400 buckets of oil. Be right back. Alright guys, I'm back. I actually ran some power up here. It's coming off of the MFSU down there. And what this should do is produce UU matter for us. There we go. Lots of progress. And I can put a precision import bus. I guess he had it under precision. I don't know why. Precision import doesn't seem necessary, but okay. I'm going to let it produce at least one UU matter, and then I want to make sure it comes out. So let's do this. First off, we've got 6624. Put this here. This is empty. 6625. Cool. All I need is a lever to turn this thing off whenever I want. There we go, it's stuck now. And a cover to make it look nice. See guys, I'm really trying to make things look nice. I know, I'm shocked too. I'm getting better at the looking nice bit.
Yeah, it's pretty dang good on that Thumbcrafter.
Yeah, I'm pretty proud of how that turned out. And my steam room is starting to turn out pretty good too. I still have a little bit of, cleaning up of the walls and everything. And, granted, I understand it's still somewhat of a square room, but it's getting there. How's this thing doing? I'm at 40C. I've got a ways to go, guys. Be right back. Alright, guys, we're back. I want to go test something. Running over to my Thaumcraft base. So this place should have some full mana batteries. And if we break these, we should find out that they're holding 100V. Holds 100V. Perfect. I want to bring them back to my main base and place them here and see if my wand will recharge. Because that would be super convenient. And 611 is the current damage value. Inquiring minds want to know. Or does there need to be a node nearby? I'm thinking there's no node nearby, and that might be contributing to the lack of aura working. But I bet I could use these guys to grow a node? I don't know. I was really hoping this would recharge. 611. No such luck. Darn. Oh well. How's the basement look? I tidied up all the walls and everything and actually made it all the same type of material. And we're at 64C. Oh, guys, I think we just hit the point. Let's see. We should be producing more steam power. Yeah, there we go. Cool. So let's get ourselves a liquid duct laid down here. Connect all this awesomeness. And here. Now we're talking about steam power coming in, right? So these guys should be at max, right? Yeah, they're totally topping off. But what I'm going to do is connect up the power lines here and here. Now we should really be talking about power coming in. Why aren't you two connected and running? Why aren't just you running? Ah. There we go. That must have got hit by mistake somehow. There we go. Awesome. Lots of MJ. Wow, that's pretty awesome. 100%, 100%. That's interesting. I thought you guys would self-throttle. Alright, I've got a better solution here. I'm going to need to break this thing, unfortunately. Well, it doesn't have all that much power in it. I guess it's not self-throttling because... maybe just because this thing isn't full yet. That could be it. I guess we'll see what happens when it fills up. If it fills up and it self-throttles, then I'll be happy. Yeah, we'll let it fill and see. If not, I have a solution. Oh, right, I have to connect up steam pipes to these guys up top. That's why I'm getting so much steam. I'm producing more than I'm... What's going on here? I forgot the steam pipes up top, like a dire derp. And that'll do. Liquid ducts. Oh, hourly lag spike. Be right back, guys. There we go, that's better.
We're counting the timing of Marathi's stream by server derp.
Nice.
I'm
Yes,
sorry, that's
Marathi
just awesome.
has been streaming for 24 hours at this point.
Yeah. 23 server derps.
And you're telling
Yep.
me that's normal for you?
Yeah.
That's low for me.
Rossi's the only person I know who streams longer than I do on a regular basis. I haven't streamed in
Interesting.
like 2 weeks. Yeah, he's also the only person who can keep up with me when I am streaming. Actually, stay up the whole time and we can talk and have fun. And I mean, you wander off and do that whole, weird, real life work thing.
Yeah, why do I do that again?
I don't know. I have this feeling you like eating or something.
Yeah, I do have a It's true.
Random thought that you like, food and a roof over your head. Maybe the
Yeah.
occasional outfit.
I'm not much of a shopper, I won't lie. Alright, I'm adding an output here. Actually, let's see. That thing's filling up pretty good. I just want to make sure that with everything running right now, I have a net gain of power, which I absolutely should. So I'm going to turn this guy back on. Dun 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 dun. And we should have a net gain of power. Let's see. Yeah, MFSU's nice and full up there. And I mean, a real indication would be the MFSU down here, so let me check that. Net gain? Definitely. That's a good sign. If I have a net gain of power, that means I'm doing really good. And over here, you guys, net gain, 60, and this is climbing. So even though energy is flowing out to certain areas, and I have certain things running, we're in good shape here. Now, what I do want to do is hook this guy up, and this will probably also still have a net gain, right? 296, 297, 298, that's good. That's a good sign. The fact that we have a net total gain. I'm going to actually have this guy private send. This is dire frequency 1, so this will be dire frequency 2. Because I want to hook up other things to this tesseract, probably. But this way I have like a secondary power, because both these redstone energy cells power things inside this base. This can be just like dedicated power going elsewhere. Also, if power is going through here to other things, like I've got a couple things on that tesseract by now, I should probably have a second one going just because. So I think we have a pretty successful base here. What do you guys think? Hoping you like it. Like I said, I'll cover this wall up. There's room to cover it up. I just want to wait for this MFSU to fill, make sure it's all happy. I'm thinking that with these two steam things running, I might want to make a couple more steam engines, only because my suspicion will be that once this MFSU does fill up, these guys won't be running at 66% capacity all the time. And if that's the case, I could either turn on my UU matter production, or I could add some more steam engines if needed. We'll see. But if I do that, I'll definitely have some on-off levers that, function pretty well. It occurs to me I could use MFR for my power switch for my engines. That would be kind of cool. But, I mean, it's alright the way it is right now. I'll leave it as is. Alright, guys, we've got good power. And we've got probably a net surplus of fuel. I mean, at this point, we haven't even let the steam boiler build up, and it's still producing lots of power and lots of fuel. And this should be a net surplus as well. My ethanol levels dropped a little bit overnight because I accidentally broke an ME cable. So this forestry tree farm was not producing, the one that was up there, Soren's. Whoops. Alright guys, we'll be back in a minute. Alright guys, so I think we have a pretty nifty, solid amount of power generation going on here. Obviously behind this wall, it's a giant mess, but that's okay. It's perfectly fine being a giant mess, and I'm happy with it that way. I wouldn't have it any other way. In fact, I want to jump in through here and kind of make sure... F7? Yeah, I could have a little bit more light. I want to make sure no mobs can spawn back here. But, this is the behind the wall thing, right? In front of the wall, things look pretty darn cool. Once I close up that wall, everything will be nice, tidy, organized. We've got some steam going through here. If I really wanted to, I could kind of hide these steam pipes underground. I may, at some point. We'll see. I don't know. Oh, yeah, I could hide some stuff down here. We don't want any evil things spawning. Looking good. What's up, Jaded? Yeah.
TeamSpeak.
What's that?
TeamSpeak.
Oh. Is Benny putting back the gate conditionals on his machines?
Yes.
Nice. Benny, I am very excited for that because I really want to automate some of my extra bees machines, and we can't right now because there's no gate conditional, so I can't put logic gates on here and say do things under certain conditions. So we'll have to figure that out. Unfortunately, though, we have to wrap up the episode right now. So this is Direwolf20 signing off on episode 60. Lots more power, lots more fuel. Really enjoying my whole little setup with the desert oil field biome and the Mistcraft age and all that stuff. All right, guys, take it easy.